Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Sober School, where you can always find experience, strength, and hope. My name is Drew, and I'm an alcoholic. We want to welcome you to this platform here today, regardless of what your addiction may be. You're welcome here. We support multiple pathways of recovery, not just one, but all pathways. And whichever pathway it is that you choose, well, we want to make sure we're here to help, and we want to make sure that it works for you. If you're watching us through the Recovery Classroom Facebook group page, we encourage you to share your own experience, strength, and hope, and your own words of wisdom. You never know who needs to hear what it is you might have to say, and it could just change someone's life, including your own. I was thinking last night and early this morning, I remember a time in my life where I truly believed, 1,000% believed, I was going to die a drunk. That there was no escape. There was absolutely no way for me to get sober and stay sober. See, I could get sober a lot. There were many times I'd quit for, a month, maybe a couple weeks, but I'd go back. The problem wasn't stopping, it was staying stopped, as we like to say in the rooms. And I finally just reached a point where, those brief periods of sobriety, those little stints of sobriety, a month, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, whatever, they got smaller and smaller and smaller to where it finally got to the point where I was drinking all the time, without question, without fail. I had a bottle under my desk, somewhere, hidden, back at the toilet, in a tree, somewhere. It's just crazy to think about. I reached a point where those periods of sobriety got smaller and smaller and smaller, and I finally just said, you know what, I'm going to die a drunk. There is absolutely no way for me to stop drinking. It's just not humanly possible. I've tried everything. And I remember, hoping, because I felt so bad about myself, because I thought I was just the world's biggest piece of shit because I couldn't stop drinking. I remember at one point saying, I'm going to go out, so let me at least go out and leave my mark on others, and hopefully they can enjoy their life. So I would go try to do nice things and help people out. And I think deep down in my mind, in my heart, I was thinking, I felt so bad about myself. I felt so bad about the person I'd have become. Maybe if I went and did something for somebody else, that they would in turn go, hey, Drew, you know what? You're not a bad guy. You're a good guy. They'd make me feel better about me. So they would do something for me. They'd make me feel good about me whenever I couldn't even do that myself. And again, it's just the insanity. But I just finally came to the conclusion, the realization that I was going to die drunk. There was no way for me to stop, no way for me to get sober and stay sober, to stay stopped. And I had tried AA before. I had tried everything you could think of to stop drinking, by the way. And finally, in July of 2021, when my best friend calls me up and rips my ass, when my wife told me the things I needed to hear rather than what I wanted to hear, and when my son's baseball coach pulls me out of my truck the day of, on 11 o'clock on a Sunday morning, day he's getting ready to pitch, there had to be something. There had to be. I mean, I had tried everything, and the only thing that made sense to me, the only thing I could honestly ask myself is, did I really give this AA thing a try? Did I give it a good old-fashioned college try? And when I asked myself that question, late June, early July of 21, when I asked myself that question, emphatic answer was no. I didn't give it a wholehearted try. See, I only tried to do bits and pieces of it. I only tried to do the bits and pieces that would allow me to continue my drinking. And that doesn't work. Not in AA anyway. So, and again, I don't want to sit here and stress one program over another. I'm never one to say, well, this is the way you have to recover. That's not true at all. I've seen countless people recover other ways, but for me personally, AA is what worked, finally. But I had to give it, I had to pour myself into it. It had to become one with me as a person, as an individual. Every thought, every action had to be geared towards, if nothing else, at least a meeting, right? At least a meeting of like-minded individuals. And I've heard this a long time ago. I've used this many times. If I'm wearing a clean suit and I walk into a junkyard and I brush up against a dirty car, Does the car make me dirty, or do I make the car clean? Perspective is everything. So when I started surrounding myself with people who wanted to get sober, who wanted to stay clean and sober, that's when the magic really started happening. Like I said before, I got myself a big book. I poured myself into the program, and I did all that I knew that I hadn't done before, which was to give AA a good old-fashioned college try. So I encourage you today, please, if you think it's impossible, if you think it's absolutely impossible for you to get sober and stay sober, I'm walking, talking, living proof that it is possible. I can introduce you to countless friends that are walking, talking, living proof that it is possible. You're going to have to find something. Pour yourself into it. You're going to have to steer all your thoughts, all your actions towards that common goal of like-minded people that you surround yourself with. There's a saying in the rooms that, the good news about AA is that you're going to have a whole new friend set. The bad news about AA is that, well, you're looking at us all, right? If you think it's impossible, again, I can introduce you to a room full of people that can prove you wrong, that prove me wrong. And so I want to encourage you today. It is possible. Reach out to somebody. Reach out to a local group, a local AA, NA group. Again, I'm not trying to stress anyone. Reach out to somebody. Help is there. And by God, if you don't know, if you can't find it, reach out to us through Recovery Classroom Facebook group page. Reach out to me personally, Drew@soberschool.org. We'll do whatever we can. I will put you into contact with the right people that might be able to help you. That's something else I used to say about the rooms is I can walk into a room anywhere across this country and not be among strangers, be among friends. It doesn't matter because we all share a common problem. And more importantly, we all share a common solution. So with that being said, I'll let you guys go. I hope you have a kick-ass day. Again, I want to encourage you. It is possible. So I'll let you guys go again. Thank you guys for letting me come in and share 5 to 10 minutes of your day with you. This helps keep me sober for sure. Also, real quick, I want to mention a meeting last night. I have never seen a meeting derailed as quickly and as severely as last night's meeting at the Point Cafe. You should have known. JD, Eric, and all of us, we got to talking, and man, that meeting went south. But it was fun. It was educational, I hope. And so I just want to thank you guys for that great meeting last night. It was a hoot. It was so much fun. So I encourage you guys, if you haven't been to one of the Point Cafe meetings, the Recovery Classroom meeting in Huntington, West Virginia, stop by Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock. You never know what the hell's going to happen. I promise you. Last night was a prime example. Also, for those of you local to the area, you know that I've stepped back into, for one night anyway, I'll be stepping back into the ring as Kid Dynamite, my old wrestling persona from 20-some years ago. I'll be wrestling the very guy that I just spoke to you about, the guy who called me up, my best friend, called me up and ripped my ass on July the 5th of 2021. I'll be wrestling him. The last time we wrestled each other was 22 years ago. And so this is for a fundraiser for the American Legion 16U girls softball team. We encourage you guys to come out, watch the show. Val Venus from WWE fame, he'll be there. A lot of other great local independent talent will be there. So I just want to encourage you guys. It's for a good cause. And plus, you'll probably get to see me get my ass kicked. So with that being said, I'll let you guys go, guys. We will talk again tomorrow. Remember, guys, you cannot get drunk if you don't take that first drink.